Welcome to the first official episode of Achievement Unlocked, the official PCC esports podcast.
Hello.
Rejoining me today are Alex and Katrina.
Hello.
And joining us for the first time so far, replacing Andrew because he's an absolute pleb, is Isiah.
Yo, how's it going?
Introduce yourself.
I am Isiah. On my off time, I like to work out and cook.
Nice.
Or as we also call him, Uncle Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Or for the memes, Ronald McDonald.
That's a lot of pre-podcast footage no one's going to see because I didn't press the record button for grins. But
10 out of 10.
Yeah, before the podcast, we were basically just making a lot of jokes about...
You dare use my own spells against me, Potter?
Literally this. For at least like a few minutes before the podcast started, I was dying in the process.
It's Levioso.
Yeah. We nearly killed Alex. We nearly killed Alex.
I laugh at everything. I'm a simple person, dude. Like, God.
Banana.
We are off to an amazing start.
Oh my God.
To give us the first proper lead-in, since we talked about our stories last time, Isiah, why did you join the esports program?
Well, I have a lot of free time on my hands, since I just, weight lift, do calisthenics, cook, play games, Been training for the Navy, actually.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Straight up man's man comes down. What are these nerds doing?
It's not that bad, actually.
Yeah.
Navy folk are very similar.
I'm saying you're all-around man's man ripped, going to the military, going to the gym every day. I mean, meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, I want to play Smash Bros.
That's me too, dude. Like, when I'm not playing anything, I'm like,
I want to play Smash Bros. I want to play games with all the peeps.
I
mean,
just like doing it.
same, but with like other games
Right.
because I'm not. I don't play Smash Bros.
And-
So
that's okay. I mean, Smash is not for everybody, and
No, it's not.
yeah. Like, that's why we also have computers. Oh, God, the headphones. No.
And kind of topic I want to ask everybody new who comes on the podcast as well. What was like your first video game? Like, what got you into gaming, which would eventually lead you into
Oh boy,
esports?
I gotta go back. The first game I ever played was this Toy Story game
Oh.
on the PS2 or PS3.
Was it Toy
amazing.
Story 3?
Oh, dude, I love
I think it was, yeah. I actually
Oh.
have the case at home, but it doesn't have the CD, sadly. But
I love
Dude,
that
I
game.
love
if it's
it.
Toy Story, if it's really Toy Story 3 movie game, I love
is
that
that the
game.
one where it starts off, you're on Bullseye, you get on the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Toy
the
Story
one.
3.
Oh, my
That's
God,
the
I
one.
love that so much.
I remember those were the first Xbox games I bought my newer profile. My dad's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Those are children's. It was Toy Story 3 and Epic Mickey 2. It's like, "What are you doing? You're a grown adult.
Dude.
Why are you buying this stuff?" I was like, "Because it's fun. It's my childhood."
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
see,
you
this is
gotta do it
where
for
you
that.
see a separation between the PS players and the non-PS.
Oh, I play everything.
Like,
Every
yeah.
device,
I've never played on the PS.
Never?
No.
I've played on it. Like
Oh
most
my
recently,
God.
my brother got a PlayStation 4 for Christmas, and I played all the way
Ooh.
through Spider-Man. One of my favorite games of all time.
dude, one of my favorite games as a kid was like, has any of you ever played like the Tony Hawk games?
Yes,
No,
yes.
I haven't played
Oh my
skater games
God.
very
The
much.
Pro Skater,
Dude, like,
good games.
when me and my mom would play like Tony Hawk's Underground or something, that was like one of the first times you could like get off your skateboard and actually walk.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
Like, toddler me would always just like get on top of the cars, and just like let them drive around while I'm just standing there. It was always fun.
Yeah.
I see games like Skate 3, and that's like
Skate
that's the
3.
main one I always look to is like Skate and not Tony Hawk. I haven't played them yet. I have the ability to play them, but I just haven't played it. Skateboarding games don't seem like the overly fun to me. I played a little bit of Skate 3, and all I did was like jump up the highest point, crack my neck, all that.
Oh.
In Skate 3, you get the bump breaking mechanic, so you jump and you see everything that'll break in your body.
I mean, you gotta test your
yeah.
limits somehow, my dude.
Yeah, even when I went over to family or friend's house, they never had a PS. It was always like either an Xbox, a Wii, or
360 is up there, 100%.
Yeah.
It's still number one in my
Yeah,
book.
I still think it's 360 best
Well-
console. I think it helps that I didn't get an Xbox One until Black Friday 2019, right when it was ready to go out of relevancy with the Series X.
Oh dang, dude.
I thought, the Series X could just blow this out the water. And then it took 2 years for the PS5 and Series X to work.
Oh,
Dang.
jeez, dude.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
the consoles be
Yeah.
sent in for repair and redo.
Yeah, I had a friend who tried to get it first day. He didn't get it till like 3 years later.
Yeah,
3 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got
Why did it
buffed.
take so long, man?
I
They upped the
still don't
price.
see a Series X.
Okay.
They started off at 500, and about a year after, they were still having issues. They bumped it up to 1,000,
Jesus.
and then the year after, it was like 1,100, and
Oh my
that's right about
God.
where it sets now.
Bro, that is insane, dude.
I still don't see Series X in the store. PS5 has definitely fixed itself up.
I
but
don't want
Series
to get a
X, I don't see.
PS5.
I got a PS4, but like, I don't know.
The only reason
I mostly have like the Nintendo, like I have I think it's a 2DS. I have a Game Boy Color.
Ooh.
I have a Game Boy Advance, dude. That's awesome.
I have the Switch Lite.
Same. Also, a really good. Oh god, my voice.
And there's a Wii somewhere in storage.
I got the Switch on my. What's the I forget what the other one is already. You have the light, the normal one, and the bigger one. I've already forgotten the name of it.
Isn't it like OLEO or something
OLED,
like that?
that's it. Switch
OLED,
The OLED,
yeah.
I bought a
yeah.
new OLED when I bought myself because I didn't grow up with Nintendo. I had like a DS for a little bit when I was younger.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
okay.
about it. And so I grew up with Xbox instead. And then when I got my grant money last semester, I was like, okay.
Well,
I could get a Series X for like the 2 games I want to play that are coming out. Because the only two games I want to play that are only coming next gen are Jedi Survivor and Dead Space Remake.
Ooh.
Okay.
But-
well, I have the 2DS, but it plays 3DS games. So,
Oh, sorry.
so really, I played mostly the 3DS games on the 2DS. So,
It's like the only reason I want to upgrade is just for a couple games, and even then it's like I could get a PC or I could get a Series X, and then I'll basically just not be using my Xbox One. It's like I don't think I'll just stick with Xbox One right now. And I'll wait
Yeah,
for
the
those
One
other
S
ones later.
was a flop in my opinion.
I don't like digital only consoles.
No.
I prefer to have the physical game to like get in my hand. It's like
Yeah.
even though Switch
Yeah.
games are the tiny SD cards with like the even smaller case, I want the physical game. It makes me feel like I get more for my actual purchase.
Well,
Yeah.
I actually have a slightly not really off topic, but like with a different console. You know, like on the Xbox, there's like indie games, right?
Yeah.
The Xbox arcades they were labeled on 360.
Let me propose my question to you. Because I played a lot of indie games for the Xbox, but has there ever been one you played where you wished it had like a full game instead of it just being an indie one?
There's nothing wrong with indie games. I feel like indie games end up, especially in the past few years, indie games have been better than AAA games.
They are definitely underrated.
because
They are
AAA
really good.
games can,
Right?
it's like indie games can do like the same like kind of different things over and like when Poppy's Playtime came out, everyone's like, oh, it's Ben Deaney's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah.
But at least it functions unlike most AAA games nowadays.
Well,
that
yeah.
Charlie game, you know, the train thing, the little spider legs.
Oh my god.
Limbo.
Yeah, it started off as a just an indie game, and now it's top on Steam.
Yeah, man, it has like a full storyline now, dude.
I feel like from like 2016 to like 2020 really is when indie games really blew up. You had like even a little bit further back with like the early Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Oh yeah.
But like especially in that period, you had Bendy's turn to come out. You had Undertale, which
Oh yeah, Undertale, let's go.
which is one of Alex and I's favorite games. We love Undertale.
Dude,
I
it's-
would have loved to play it.
Dude, Undertale, oh my god. If you don't mind me preaching about it for a second,
Go on.
Undertale has like this unique mechanism where it's literally just like the choices you make can change the entire story. It has that kind of power. Like I'm slightly capping this for spoilers in case people listen to this and they haven't played it, but like when you first go into like the first section, you meet the tutorial character. And yes, her name is Toriel, like the pun, tutorial. Shut up. Just kidding. But as you like come off to this standoff, you have the choice to kill or to spare her. And like depending on what you do, that's when the story changes. And you could literally stop this at any time. You could stop the genocide run, because when you kill everybody, it's called a genocide run. You could stop this at any time, because it's your game and your choice, which I found really, really unique about it.
That's one thing I like is when video games present the option of choice. Like a big one that I think of is like Telltale games, which are based around dialogue and
Oh, yeah.
decision options.
Yeah.
Those are fun to
But
play.
even with Undertale, it makes sure like your choices are made. Like if you do like the best ending, it's like you get a very happy ending. You
Absolutely,
have a few
dude.
neutral runs that kind of like you kind of feel the impact, and then when you do the evil ending with the genocide run, it has a very dark ending. And if you ever try and do a good ending after that, it's ruined by a cutscene I won't spoil. But there's a cutscene where if you do the true ending, the true good ending, after doing the evil ending, it becomes another evil ending. Therefore, you can never get the good ending again.
So you only get one try?
Well, if you ever like do a permanent genocide run on Undertale, it links itself to your account. So that account, not need to uninstall the game, reinstall your good.
That's interesting.
You link it. It links to your account, and if that account ever tries to do another pacifist run, true pacifist run, it give you a scene that immediately ruins that good ending. I won't say what it is, but you will no longer get a good ending on Undertale on that account.
So you're telling me you will not have a fun time?
What if you did a pacifist run, then a neutral run?
Neutrals won't affect a true ending. But if you do a full-on genocide run, then try and do a true pacifist. Oh, I probably turn my ringtone off. If you try and do a true pacifist run, do a genocide run, then try to do another true pacifist run, it will ruin the ending with a scene that I will not spoil.
Dude, that's like, I never knew about that. That's like straight up breaking the fourth wall, my dude.
I mean, Undertale does it a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, and so do a couple of other games. Like, good God, man. I mean, look at.
I think it's scary when it does that. Like, I know Alex and I have. You guys played Doki Doki Literature Club?
I was literally about to say that.
I have not. No.
Oh my God.
So Isaiah, there's a scene in there where the only character who's aware, Monica, she's basically in control of the game, and she like alters the actual code of the game. So if you like look at the files, it'll actually start changing it as she decides to change it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think it's in the game anymore because when I played it, I never came across the scene. I don't know if it's optional or if it's just not in the game anymore. But at least when the game first came out, there's a scene where you talk to her, and at the start of the game, you can like name your character, whatever. And she goes, I'm talking to you in the character name. It's like, oh no, not you. And then it reads your Steam name to you.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God.
That's good. That's good.
I forgot about that part. I was
and
like,
as a psychological horror game, that really messes you up. And I'm sure it's not there anymore, unless I didn't come across it in my 2 playthroughs. But I never came across it myself.
like, here's the thing about that though. It's not like entirely horror because it makes you believe it's just a harmless, dating sim.
I thought it was just a dating sim.
For about the first 2 hours, that's what it is. So what it is, it sets up like this really like kitty, girly anime dating sim.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've never been into those.
And your childhood best friend professes your feelings, and no matter what answer you give, which I think is actually really cool, it doesn't matter which answer you give. She's supposed to like head to the school the next day with her. You always walk to school with her, and she doesn't show up. Go to school, she's not there, come back, and you go to her house the next morning, and she's hung herself. It's just when that chipper piano music.
That's something we might have to blur.
And it keeps playing that music, and then you hear the door creak, and cut shots, like slam shots with the high pitched violin, shriek.
God.
And it shows her hanging on the news, like.
It just goes downhill
that's
from
amazing.
there.
You go,
Yeah, it goes downhill from there.
And then you start seeing like your character's dialogue, like start going like mentally downhill, like this is my fault.
Oh my God.
And then the game crashes.
Oh.
And then Monica's just there,
At the
like,
end?
oops, sorry.
The end is where it just crashes?
Well, hold on. That scene happens. The game crashes. You launch it back up on the menu as the 4 main girls, and the girl who killed herself is replaced with like a glitched pixel amalgamation of the other 3.
I gotta see that. I'm not gonna play it, but that sounds pretty
And then
awesome.
it tries to treat it as if she never existed in the rest of the game. And you get a little bit of like normal like gameplay again. But now that's there, you're like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
It keeps you in suspense.
Yeah, it keeps on killing off characters.
Oh my God.
I feel like the freakiest one for me, the hanging one was sudden and it caught me off guard. The freakiest one for me, the other 2, one snaps her neck and jump scares you on the screen. It's like dialogue starts getting glitchy, and then like rushes towards you.
Oh, dude, that.
And the other, which I think was most disturbing for me,
That was Yuri,
the other
I
girl,
think.
Yuri, she throughout the entire game, even in the normal bit, it's kind of implied she like cuts herself. She has like mild depression.
Okay, yeah.
They explain in the game Monica controls the negative attributes of the others. So Sayori's was, I guess, attachment, maybe a little bit depression. The self-harm one, Yuri went to extremes where it's like mild cutting to straight up stabbing herself.
Oh my God.
And the other
hot.
had mental issues because she was abused by her dad.
I think we have to. Okay, I'm not stopping this for a second. I'm sorry, but I think we might have to blur at least some of this out because I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
No, it should be fine. We're not.
Oh God.
We're just talking about getting game out of it. I feel like that's something important in games is that not every game is meant for a general audience. You sometimes
Very specific few.
Yeah.
Like sorry, go on.
when the games give you ratings, they aren't there for no reason.
Yeah.
Most games, they like some games, they mostly get their ratings for like bad language or violence or something like that.
And they even
But other games are they earned their rating. Like they're you should listen to what the rating says because it means it.
And like DDLC, like even though most people think it's from game, at the top of the game before you even know what's gonna happen, gives you warnings like if you have even mild depression, do not play this game because it gets real messed up real fast. Like I was talking about the most disturbing scene for me, the self-harm girl Yuri. Her death is she does the the confession thing, and no matter what answer you pick again, she starts laughing and then starts.
She goes straight for the run through, huh?
It starts like harming herself in a more extreme way. I think I'll start like hindering myself a little more from here on. But she goes on full ham on herself, and then it gives you this detailed art screen of her just lying there against the desk.
Oh yeah.
I gotta look this up. Oh, I gotta look this up.
And she's like laying there. I could probably put the screenshot of the scene, but she's laying there, and then you don't move. Normally you like leave and then go home, but it keeps you there. It probably in real time takes like 20 minutes.
Oh my
20
god.
minutes.
But
Wow.
it keeps you sitting there staring at that art of her death. You see like the sun rising and falling in the background, like day or night. You're there. So it's implied that your character's there for an entire weekend staring at that body.
Yo.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
I didn't know the full context behind that. I didn't.
And
Jesus.
I was lucky enough not to play it before knowing, because it blew up long before I got a chance to play it.
Ooh.
But even knowing exactly what was coming, I was still like, take a break. Like this is not.
Dude.
That's
Oh
a
yeah,
take a
and
break from
I
this.
don't know if you had played Yandere Simulator when
I've
it
seen
got
people.
really
I've seen
popular.
people do
I
it.
haven't
Cub
played
Scouts,
it, but I know
dude.
it's a game that never got finished.
I watched a guy named
The
Mess
game
Yourself
never got
play it.
finished.
I watched Rocket play it.
Yeah, but
yeah. He did a good job there.
but they are very, very brutal. Like
Oh
again,
my god.
I feel like
if you ever do come across Yandere Simulator, listen to the rating because it's brutal. It is.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, but it's like bittersweet because it's amazing, and then there are like you could see that the developers have made massive improvements with it, but it's also kind of scary.
Yeah.
I feel like the difference between that and DDLC though is that Yandere like knows what it's doing and it plays it up as like a humorous joke because like let's play to this stereotype satire of this character doing this. Like it's not played for like darkness at all. It's played as like a macabre humor, which is fine by me. DDLC is not that.
No, absolutely
No.
not.
Which brings
They
me
I
get
mean,
real
in a
dark.
way, it does because there are some stuff that changes the general vibe of the.
But I feel like DDLC like it makes it like this is like not a good like this is like real messed up stuff, and in Yandere it just like let's go kill people. It's like it's a totally different attitude of how to play the game. Which brings back
Well, Yandere is more than just let's go kill people. It's like do it, but
Go crazy for somebody.
getting away with it as well.
But it's not taking itself seriously.
Yeah,
I mean,
like there's some serious like there's the obvious ways that you I'm gonna say get rid of your rival instead of like flat out
Unalive.
stating. Yeah.
We should have been hindering ourselves. We kind of
Yeah.
all out for DLC at first.
So there's a lot of ways,
I was
like
about
the
to say.
obvious ways to get rid of your rival with like the weapons that they give you at the very beginning in there. But there's also a lot of underhanded tactics in Yandere Simulator. Like you can get your rival expelled, or you can create rumors about them to the point where they get bullied so bad that they end up
just
Yeah, but we're not necessarily talking about here. We're talking about like how it treats a subject matter is like what I was getting at. It's like DLC treats a subject matter, it masks it with a mask of cutesy anime stuff, and then gives you some of the darkest parts of video games I've ever played. I've played some messed up video games. Yandere, it like you do that stuff, but from the point of view you're playing it, it's like, oh, they're out of the way.
Dude, that's... I'm not gonna lie, like, in the most recent, like, horror games that have to do with, like, oh, toys are getting haunted and now they're after you. That's like...
Chucky.
Well,
Playtime.
that's literally just a trope that I've seen of so many things. Some people do it better than others. I mean...
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, like, Poppy's Playtime... I mean, like, I saw someone play Chapter 2, and...
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
No, go ahead. I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still spoiler cap for Chapter 2, but it's like... It's still really good of how they, like, design the character and, like, some of the stuff that happens in it. It's like... I don't know, I think I might be one of the only ones that think it's, like, well thought out. Like, for those who have seen it.
I've only seen the first
Yeah.
chapter.
Another one of the ones that that was really popular when I was in high school was the Slender Man.
Oh, yeah.
My god.
I'll be honest, like that creepypasta stuff, and like kind of freaked me out when I was younger. And then I watched.
I thought it was cool. You know, some of those arts.
That's the complicated thing with horror for me. Like it's like I think it's cool. It just sometimes I have a hard time healing. Not necessarily because I can't help the subject matter. In fact, I know watch it like that is really cool. And then I think about it when it's night, and it's like I'm not sleeping tonight.
Dude.
Oh, I go sleepless most nights anyway.
Oh my god. That's like me with like when I see like any of those like you know what an ARG is, right? Like analog horror.
I was thinking ARG like the real life, scavenger hunt, but
I was
No.
thinking AUG as in the gun.
keep this one on
Three
the side.
different
I was like,
types
yo.
of people.
Three types of people.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Hey, bro, the Navy's done something to me, bro.
You remind me. Did you guys watch the Slenderman movie?
I haven't.
No. I'll be honest, just
I want to
No.
watch that
Katrina?
the Winnie the Pooh one.
No.
That horror one, yeah.
No, I don't watch a lot of the Hollywood done stuff because I can't watch Hollywood horror movies and
Too cheesy
sleep.
or too real life?
It's too realistic.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh, well, it's probably good you guys didn't see it because it sucked. It's
I
like
mean-
it's like it had a creepy vibe, but at no point did I ever like enjoy this as this is a good Slenderman movie. It's like this is a crappy cheesy horror movie, and I can enjoy it because of that value, but it's not good.
It's not good.
I feel like especially creepypasta in particular has been around since near the start of the internet.
Oh my god.
Like that kind of stuff. In
Yeah.
fact,
Yeah.
back in like late 2000s, early 2010s, they were gonna have a Jeff the Killer movie.
Are you
Oh.
serious?
They were gonna do that, and then it went under. It's like, all right, let's try Slenderman. But instead of basing it off the actual rumors and myths, they based it off of that murder case.
Dude,
Oh.
that's not cool, man.
No.
It's like
I feel like they would have been able to do better if they did do Jeff the Killer because there's
Yeah.
so much.
There's so much potential
Well,
there.
I feel like-
Yeah.
Better than Slender,
Because-
I'll be honest.
Because Jeff is he is based off of an human being who snapped and kills people.
Yeah.
So while Slender Man is this
Deity, kind of.
he's this
Hold on.
eldritch being who is way taller than humanly possible.
Bro's like 11 foot last I checked.
Oh my
Yeah.
11 feet tall, are you serious?
Yeah, it's something around there.
Jeez, man.
He has all these different
You wanna watch a killer
powers that he and it's hard to do that. It's hard to encompass a supernatural being as a human being.
Well,
It's
I feel like if they're gonna do like a creepypasta, because the plan was creepypasta cinematic universe, the one to start with probably would be Slenderman.
Oh, yeah.
But I think because they didn't actually follow those myths, they just based off that one case where two girls murdered another girl for Slenderman. They based
Yeah.
off the trial case, not the actual
Oh my god.
Yeah.
myth and legend. Also, you brought up how tall he was. The official wiki says he can be anywhere between 6 and 15 feet tall.
Ooh. I'm still
I'm locking my
screwed.
doors and hiding. Bye.
Which in that movie as well, it's not typical Slenderman where it's like, oh, he's wearing the suit and it's just like this faceless white figure chasing you. They made it kind of like all around him was like this wrinkly skin feature, and embedded into his skin was the general shape of his suit, and the general color was just like all along his arms. He,
So like
along his arms, he had,
like a
black skin.
symbiote, like Venom almost.
Kind of like wrinkly black skin up to his arms. You kind of see the white here and the red tie down the middle. Let me see if I can actually pull up.
Oh my god, that's just.
That's crazy.
I'm cringing just thinking about that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's not the worst they could have done, but it's definitely not the best they could have done.
I'm not a very big horror movie person.
Just have him wear a suit. Don't make his skin the suit.
I think they thought it would be goofy, which I can kind of see.
Dude,
but you still.
It's not supposed to be goofy. It's a horror story.
I think.
It was probably for that time.
Yeah,
there's horror comedies out there, though.
Well, it's almost not a horror comedy. It's absolutely a horror story. I think they could have thought, having this, Eldritch figure and just chasing you around in, the two-piece suit might have been a little silly, and I can kind of get that.
Creepypasta is supposed to be the modern version of, like, Grimm's fairy tales and all those other legends and myths. So it's supposed to be our modern version, our modern myths.
Okay.
That's what he looks like.
Oh no, dude!
Bro,
no.
I could just pull like a cheese grater up to his face.
That's disgusting, my dude. Oh my.
And the extra arms he has,
You know what that reminds
Don't
me
show
of?
anymore, man. That's
Miss
disgusting.
Peregrine's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
I haven't seen
movie.
that, but
I think I know what you're
Is that
talking
the one
about.
where the two kids are just like in the attic, like the whole movie?
No.
It's like this kind of horror-ish, like, superpower movie.
I think I know what you're talking about. Is it like
The kids have these gifts, and there's this kid who sees these beings
Yeah. I saw that.
I see dead people.
that
That's success.
they're invisible to normal people,
But he could see
but
them.
he can his peculiarity is being able to see these creatures.
Yeah.
Even everybody else, even the other peculiar children, are unable to see them.
That's like a
An invisible friend, eh?
Not an invisible friend.
Not a
and an
friend, okay.
Nah, dude, they're invisible,
invisible
like foes, dude.
enemy.
Oh.
I was thinking, looking at it now, it kind of looks like the thing.
They literally eat the eyes out of.
Dude, like people just see it like happening? Is it like the invisible sandwich thing, you know?
So
Yeah, you know what I'm
sandwich?
talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. What is an invisible sandwich?
Alright,
there
say
were
an
these
invisible
people
man
who
eats
had.
a sandwich.
So there were these people
Okay.
who took care of peculiar children, and they decided to do this experiment that turned them into these beings that these faceless beings with no opposable hands or feet. They're just like
They just like a nugget?
no,
They float there? What's going on?
no, like.
I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
Do you guys see that invisible amputee?
Like
on
you
the
can,
floor?
like they
See
can
it moving
impale,
around.
like they can impale you with their arm.
Oh.
Basically.
I love how Katrina's
They do
taking
have
this-
arms,
I love
okay.
how Katrina's taking this seriously. We're talking about having an amputee demon on the ground like a newborn baby going.
Watch out, guys. He's rolling towards us. He's wriggling menacingly, boys. Watch out.
Wait, no. Wait. I got a
He
better
starts
one.
doing the worm. I may get you.
No, dude. I got a better one. He's laying there menacingly. Just.
He's laying there menacingly.
His biggest enemy is just a hill.
No, you know what his biggest enemy is?
Snow shovel.
Stairs.
But think the design that they have for Slenderman, but more smooth,
I get what
like less wrinkly,
But you're more like Slenderman.
So, like, just a mannequin?
less. Basically, they look like
Scary, dude.
mannequins,
That would honestly scare the crap out
I
of
was
me,
thinking
bro.
but without any
Good
hands or actual feet, and the hands are just like
They, like,
into
pointed?
these sharp points.
Oh my god, no.
So they're pincers. in my hand.
That's weird.
I don't like mannequins.
They're not
overall,
pincers.
dude.
It's just
Well,
it just
it's
tapers off
Like
to a
Patrick
point.
hands? Is that what we're
Oh,
talking about?
pincers.
Like,
Yeah, like that. It kind of reminds me of
Patrick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you know,
I
he's
know
a
you
little
would have seen it.
starfish.
Yeah.
Isaiah, have you seen Star Wars?
yes, of course I have.
Attack the Clones, the Accolade, the big like kind of buggy one in the arena. That's the Accolade.
Oh.
With the 6 pincer legs.
and
you're
when
the crab
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
when
yeah,
they
I gotcha, I
pin
gotcha.
a peculiar down, they will stab them to the ground in order to keep them in place, and then they'll have like these tentacles coming out of their mouth,
Okay.
and they'll
That's kind of hot.
No.
I'm messing with you.
and then they'll just eat their eyes.
So back on that, is that like the invisible sandwich thing? Like if an invisible man ate a sandwich, it would just be floating there and you'd see a bite out of it. Is that
Okay.
what they see for the
Yeah, they
children?
just-
Their
they-
just eyes vanish?
No, they see like
Dude.
they can't see what's pinning them down, but they can see that they are pinned down.
That's
And-
kinda hot.
After this podcast, I swear.
Peculiar, no.
Oh no. Don't worry, I'm the only one who can see you.
Well, no, but they're stabbed. But they're stabbed, so you can
penetrated.
see them bleeding.
What do you do? Nobody's gonna see. You tell your parents nobody's gonna see me.
Oh, whoa.
So
They can't see me. I can't see.
at one point, there was they had
Oh,
picked
boy.
someone up, so
Oh.
so all the person would see is this
Just
person
Like
just
a levitating
floating.
man? That's
my
that's
God.
weird.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
it's-
funny depending on
He
the
didn't jump, I
situation, I'll
swear.
be honest.
But the more eyes of the peculiars they eat, the more human-like they are able to appear.
Oh.
Right.
So
and,
wait, so
and they're able to shapeshift as well, so they can take the appearance of anyone.
so walk me through this. They are invisible, right?
Normally, in their normal form, yes, they are invisible.
So by eating these children's eyes, they can be seen.
Children's, adults, it doesn't matter as long as they are peculiars.
Okay.
So is it like you're just magically there, like they can see, or is it like you just see somebody's arm floating around?
They eat, and then they start becoming more and more humanoid.
Mm.
The only
Oh.
thing that differentiates them from a normal human is their eyes.
So like a
Okay.
changeling thing going on.
Yeah.
I actually had kind of a question though, just out of pure curiosity. Suppose, are they able to like instantly tell who is a peculiarity, or do they have to like?
Yeah, they can smell them.
Oh God, yeah. That if I had one of those, then I would not want to be anywhere near that. What's so funny? What's wrong with you?
For those who couldn't hear, I immediately stepped in the mic, and before we started recording this, for a bit of
can't
context,
not
before we
laugh.
started recording this episode, Isaiah and I just started sniffing our mics and started laughing for no reason. Example, Isaiah.
Oh God!
You gotta please the audience.
I did it too.
ASMR
I did it
section
too.
of the
I
podcast.
hope this is not cut out, bro.
I contributed.
It's staying.
Oh, it's staying? Oh,
I
Oh my
contributed
God.
to it as well. I also did
I mean, I
sniffing
did-
into the mic.
You're the only one who did it, and I couldn't even hear you. So when I heard Isaiah, I was like,
smell.
You want me to do it?
"No,
You want me to do it?
Katrina, no."
It's like that meme where it's like, I smell Ches.
I smell penny.
I'm sorry, everybody.
I smell pennies.
Oh, God, bro.
Dude,
I remember watching those
Have you ever-
videos.
smell pennies.
okay, wait. Have you ever seen like any of those videos that are like perfectly cut screams?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah, my
sure
brother's
that's
into
one of
those.
them. I love watching those. They're so funny.
Step peculiar, no.
Oh, no.
Dude, this podcast is gonna be cursed. I cannot.
I love how we go from episode 1 is so formal, then we cut right to this.
I mean, hey.
I can't remember what they're officially
I'm
called.
just
I
I'm just
could
trying to get
probably
a
look it
grasp,
up.
you know?
Firmly
this is like
grasping.
foreign to me.
Formally grasping.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Okay.
Slow down.
All right. Since we're done dying from that,
Okay.
Mr. Krabs.
am I doing it right, Mr. Krabs?
God.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Oh, no, stop.
I bet
Oh
you when
my.
I bet you when they listen to this podcast to try and get it
Any
approved, they're
more
gonna be
and
like, no, we
it's
can't
getting
do
off
this.
air.
I think we're done with this bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gone.
Okay.
So I was
It's dead.
to kind of steer this in another direction.
Oh my god. Okay.
Isaiah, did you make it like a little list? Like I am.
Oh,
I
of
did
the
too.
games?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They're called hollows.
Oh,
Okay.
Hollows.
Bleach.
So,
When did this get in? Mankind.
Well, they're called hollow ghasts, but it's
Minecraft.
like
I'm done.
Harry Potter.
Okay.
it's
I mean, you missed Harry Potter last
shorthanded
week.
to just hollows.
I'm done poking a bit.
I got
So before we talk about our top games, Isaiah, why don't you lead us in with how many do you have?
I only put down 5.
All right, let's hear your number 5, and we'll start round robining.
All right. Top of the list, we got Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You can't beat that.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
a good one.
zombies, perfect. That's just it. Looks fucking creepy. Bro.
Well, I'm bleeping that.
Yeah, yo, oh,
I'm
my
bleeping
bad.
that.
Yeah,
You censored yourself earlier. You
Yeah.
saved it the last time.
I've seen these.
yeah. It's
Oh
like a
god,
Slenderman
dude, those
with
are
teeth.
horrifying.
It's a Slenderman with teeth.
Imagine,
God.
imagine Slenderman open his
Oh
mouth.
my god.
Oh
All
god.
right.
All
All
right.
right, so we
But
got Call of
and
Duty.
with like tentacle stuff coming out of its
Oh.
mouth.
I'm not making the joke again. We're done.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
yeah.
All right.
All right, so
I've seen this somewhere. No.
sorry. So walk us through your number 5.
All right, so second up we got Halo.
Well, I would say we each do like our 5s, go round robin.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha.
okay.
gotcha.
So like, why would that, like, for those who wouldn't know, let's just say you talk to someone who's never played Black Ops 2. I'm sure you and I have. I know
Oh,
Alice
yeah.
has not.
I'd be surprised if someone hasn't.
But if you like run us through like why is it like so like in your top 5?
All right, so it was a very, very early game, you know, right out of 2000s, I believe. It had this unique option of multiplayer, you know. Each round would get progressively harder, for the zombies at least. Forget what the world record is, but you could choose to play with your friends. You get to see how they survive, what choices they make, if they're smart, what weapons, you know, what perks. It was an amazing game all around.
Yeah, I feel best zombies since World at War. Black Ops 1 was alright, and Black
Oh,
Ops 3
yeah.
is okay, but I think Black Ops 2 topped it.
Oh yeah,
Best it could.
100%.
Alright, Katrina, what was your number 5?
My number 5. Well, I just put them in order of the ones that how often I played it.
Well, let's just say like out of the 5 you listed, what one is your least favorite?
Oh, least favorite. That was my favorite.
You said those number
None
5.
of them.
Oh crap, that was my favorite one, bro.
No, none of them are my least
Alright,
favorite.
we'll just pick one and we'll go through.
So my number 5 is Monster Hunter Stories.
Oh,
It's
I played the demo for that one. This one's like on the DS, right?
Got me lost.
Monster Hunter Stories. You play as the main character,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you grow up in this village where you live alongside these monsters who are tamed,
Mm-hmm.
and you call them your monsties.
Monsters.
So
Don't say it.
you get your this in the DS version. You play I don't think it says you're like a huge person in the village. You're just one of the village.
Just one of the residents.
Yeah, one of the village residents, and you are coming up on the age where you are able to tame your first monstie.
Hmm.
So,
So it's like a Hunter x Hunter and Pokemon type thing.
yeah, and you, along with your friends, go on this adventure in this forest because they found an egg nest, a monstie egg nest, and you aren't supposed to go into the forest, but you you're a child, so obviously you disobey the rules. And you end up hatching this monstie, and at the time, there's this black blight that is taking over the land and poisoning the minds of all the monsters in the wild and making them go insane. And you end up the monstie that you saved is a Rathalos baby, and it saves you from a Nargacuga who has been tainted by the Black Blight. And the entire rest of the storyline is you going on this journey and collecting monsties and trying to save the world from the Black Blight. And eventually you end up meeting up with the Rathalos, who you hatched from the egg in the starting scene. And you end up fighting and defeating the Black Blight.
What is that, by the way? Because it kind of sounds like a Rattata. A little rat Pokemon.
A Rathalos? It's a Dragonoid Pokemon. So, like a wyvern.
It's kind of cool.
So you kind of give us a story, like, why exactly is that, like, one of your favorite games? You give us this kind of story, but, like, why is it up there?
I really like it because, unlike the Monster Hunter series, it allows you to interact with the monsties, and you can collect them more, and there's just a lot more that you can do in the Monster Hunter stories, in my opinion, than the Monster Hunter ones. So
It's just basically Monster Hunter, but a gacha game.
No.
That's what I'm saying for now.
No, because
No, but nice try.
yeah.
I know nothing about this. I'm staying
I
out
never
of it.
played Monster Hunter, so I wouldn't know.
Think Legends of Zelda crossed over with
No,
Pokemon.
I know how it
Ooh.
plays, just I haven't played it. My brother
Yeah,
plays
I
it.
can see that.
Think Legend of Zelda crossed over with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Alright, Alex, I'm going to let you list your number 5 because I have 10, by the way.
Oh.
I have 10. I'd put in 10 as well.
Well,
Spicy.
let's go and see your 10. We'll go to my 10.
Okay, I will warn you, at least, like, from probably about, like, 9 and 10 are both DS games, but I don't know why this one's, like, slightly less on the list of the two. My number 10, I feel like, would be, like, it's a DS game called Etrian Odyssey. Have any of you ever heard of it?
Nope.
No.
Got me lost.
Not at all.
It's literally just an RPG game. It's like, okay.
Was it explosive?
What's the easiest way I can explain this? I never explained this to people before about this. It's like, because Etrian Odyssey is one of those RPGs where, you know, you start the game, you, I don't know, pick out a character, like, from any class, like a Ronin or an archer or a gunner, sometimes, you know, stuff like that. And sometimes they even have, like, mythical creatures. Why'd you cover? You okay?
No, I'm just coughing.
Okay.
Is it like Heroes of the Ruin for the DS?
I don't know what that game is. Can you explain?
Oh, okay. Well, basically you play as, I think it's like 6 different classes and or races. Like
okay.
it was like a lion guy used knuckle busters.
Oh,
Echo Dusters.
Yeah.
it is.
You'd fight with friends online. These creatures. One of them was a giant crab.
Okay, it's
So is it like an MMORPG?
slightly similar. Like, yeah, you pick different classes, you get to name them and everything. Like, from the 3 that I remember, because there were 2 called, like, Etrian Odyssey Untold that had, like, actual storylines with preset characters if you wanted to go, like, that official route. But it utilized the two screens where the top screen would show, like, you know, a scenic version of where you're traveling in what they call a stratum, which is basically a different kind of environment. So, you know, like woods or jungle or rainforest and even in the snow, stuff like that. And then on the bottom, you would be able to, like, draw out the map with your stylus so that way you can keep track of where you're going.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I think some of their enemies might be based off of mythology, like, based on their design. Like, if you don't mind, I can pull up an example if you want.
So we're, like, getting the gameplay and style. Like, what is it that made it stand out to you?
What's the overall vibe, you know?
I don't know, like, some of the vibes I get where, you know, you're just traveling around in the game, it's, like, peaceful with nice music going on in the background at times. But Again, I never explained this to people, but it's...
If you had to, like, just sum it up a little bit, like,
Okay,
how do
my
you feel
bad.
about it?
My bad. Probably taking this on too long.
No, you're all
No,
good.
not at all.
We have plenty of time.
Let's see. I feel like it doesn't stray away from, like, the typical formula of an RPG where you can use healers and stuff and all those other things, but
Use potions?
yeah,
Ah.
I don't know. They all just, like, follow the formula of, like,
Standard JRPG.
yeah, pretty much.
That's not a bad thing. Like, you can stick with the old reliable and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, to kick off my list, because I also have 10, I don't really know how to put some of these in order. I had to cut some of these out as well. But just starting off my list is Sonic Generations.
Oh.
That's actually a good one, dude.
I also try to keep only one entry from a series in my list, which is very different. But if I had to pick like
yeah.
one Sonic game, I loved Frontiers. Frontiers was so good.
Yeah.
Dude, you played that stuff in, like, one night. I remember you telling me that, too.
From launch day of Frontiers to the day I got all the achievements in it, which is basically do everything in that game. 3 days. It only took 3 days.
3 days.
It only took 3 days because on the second I got screwed out of achievement because missions re-unlocked that I'd already done.
Ooh.
Okay.
So technically I had done it too. I just had to do the third to redo something. I had everything.
What's the world record on that, actually?
Yeah, I'm not much like speedrunning. I want to enjoy my game. I say that I beat all
Yeah.
Sonic
You beat
Frontiers
in, like,
in 2
3
days.
days, dude.
You seem to enjoy yourself.
I
in those
loved
3
that
days.
game so much. But Generations was the first proper Sonic game I played. It was the one that got me into the franchise, really. I'd played a little bit when I was younger, and it was actually the second time I played Generations got me into. The first time I played it, I played through it once. It's okay. And then just out of nowhere, I was like, I'll play this game again, and fell in love with it. And from there, there's no looking back. I'm a huge Sonic fan now.
What was it that like sucked you in?
I don't know. Like I'd played it all the way through once before, so I don't know like what brought me into it the second time. I think something just clicked the second time because I was like sitting down to go through it again, and I just ended up falling in with the game, the characters, all that.
You just fell in love?
Yeah, I mean, it was just something like I love this game now.
Oh.
This is definitely up there for me, and I think if I was talking about like games individually, I'd probably put like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or even Frontiers higher than this.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Sonic and Knuckles, dude. That game was good.
But because Sonic Generations was the first one, and it's also like a game that's kind of like a Hall of Fame of Sonic up to that point.
Yeah.
Basically everything from Sonic 1 to Sonic Colors, I believe, was
Oh,
everything that
I haven't played Colors.
I bought actually pre-ordered Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Ooh.
Got it day one to play it. That was over a year and a half ago. Still haven't played it.
Really? Wow.
It's still sitting in plastic
It's
on my shelf.
it's just
Oh my
collecting
god,
dust.
dude!
There's a contrast. I bought Sonic Colors day one, still haven't played it. Sonic
Play
Frontiers
me.
beat it 2 days.
Play me, I'm sitting
yeah,
here.
I enjoyed like the mix of the 2D Sonic with 3D Sonic.
Yeah.
And all the levels were great, all the tracks were great. Got to have some amazing levels and fights in the game.
Yeah, dude.
It was a great Hall of Fame for Sonic that got me in to explain the rest of the franchise. So that's my number 10.
All right.
Oh, nice.
All right, Isaiah, your number 4.
Oh boy.
Oh, wait, we're literally just like going down the list
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Galaga. I'm
Oh,
an
that's a
I'm an
classic.
old timey guy.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it
Dude.
is. It was as a kid, all right. You know, the arcades,
Memories.
they were big. You know, get your little jar of coins you worked hard for. Go on up, spend the whole afternoon with your friend. I saw at the edge of my eye that the new arcade had opened, and I was like, wow, what's that? Because up till then, I had never, played a game or anything. It was brand spanking new.
Oh my god.
So I walked in there, and the first game I saw, on the little arcade system was Galaga.
Dude, that's awesome.
I looked around. Everybody was just, jamming out to their own games. They had they had Tetris, Pac-Man,
Tetris
stuff
is
like
awesome, dude.
that. And I just looked over. This was the only one that was somewhat untouched. And the second I touched that button and I saw the screen, I just lit up. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It's one of those things that like it affects you so much. Like I won't forget the time that like on Christmas, especially gaming memories as well.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of makes it for you. I'll never forget the first time that me and my brother got my own 360 because we used to like have to use our dad's system all the time or anything like that. We'd leave the DS in the living room to charge because we found something in the battery. But we got it was. I can't find the model anymore. I think it must have been like a rare one that my dad was got his hands on. It's just a straight green 360 with no marking.
Oh.
Anytime I look it up, and it's like, oh, here's the Halo 3 one. Here's the Gears of War green one.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's just straight green 360 that I can't find online.
I've only seen one other like that, and that was like 13 to 17 years ago.
Yeah, we got that. I can't find another one that looks like it. The other's like, oh, green Xbox. Here's the Halo 3 one. And it's like that's.
Yeah, they must have been limited.
But we got that, and I want to find this game again now because it's broken twice. Actually, no, it broke once. My dad sold the second copy. I hate this when out of nowhere the copy of this game broke when we first had it. We found it again, and my dad was like, "All right, keep on this because I'm not getting it back for you." And then he sold it.
Oh.
The game was Superhero Squad Infinity Gauntlet.
You lost me.
Dude, that sounds like a cool title already.
It was a game based with a really kiddie Marvel comic show called Superhero Squad.
Oh.
And something clicks for you.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had just, you awoken a memory in my head that I had completely forgotten, and I feel stupid for not having it as my first game.
Oh god.
It's not the first one I ever played, but it is by far my favorite. It was this little Xbox 360 game called Ultimate Alliance.
Yes!
It was a
I feel bad
Marvel-based
for not putting
game.
those on my list now.
Yeah, it's a void now.
I do have a Marvel game on my list, but it's not Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, it's the top tier right there.
Which one did you play first? I played 2 and then played 1.
Oh, I only played one of them. I just don't remember which one it was.
Because the first one was like an original concept, and then the second one was based off the Civil War comic.
Okay, so the one I played, the first villain you fight is Bullseye.
That's Ultimate Alliance 1.
Okay, it was the first one I played.
He was in the first one. Before that, you fight Scorpion.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
I've played this game so many times.
I've played
You're
hundreds of hours there.
You're on the helicarrier, and you start off as Captain America, Thor, Spider-Man, and Wolverine.
Oh, dude.
You run through, fight some Ultron bots, you fight Scorpion, go through the building, and you go to a missile silo where you fight Bullseye.
Yeah.
And I love how depending who you have on your team, dialogue will change in that game.
Yeah.
So let's like, if you don't have Daredevil, Electra with you, you're like, too bad my buddies Daredevil and Electra aren't with you. And then if you have one of them on your team, he has special dialogue. I love when you have certain members of your team, you get special dialogues only spawn with them. Like if you have Spider-Man on your team, when you fight Mysterio in the level after that.
Oh yes. Such an amazing and underappreciated game.
I love both of those.
That's pure gold. Pure gold.
Oh, we trailed us so hard after that.
Nah, bro.
Not really. I mean, it's still kind of on the subject of like top games people enjoy.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of feel bad for not having those now, but I do have a Marvel game on my list. It's just not.
Yeah, dude. I wish I had remembered before you said something, and it hurts that I didn't remember that game until that second. Such an amazing game.
Yeah. I think we started talking about the first games. Like my first video game that I played that got me into gaming. I love it. It is not my top 10 list.
Oh.
I will always hold it in high grace, but out of my top 10, it didn't make the cut. It's up there. It didn't make the top 10 cut.
Oh, that's a bit of a letdown.
And they know what my game was. It's Lego Star Wars Complete Saga.
Oh, I've played that before.
That was my first game. We talked about it last podcast as well. Talk about like what got us into it. But
my first game isn't on my list either.
I'll be honest. It's number 11. I had to cut it out to fit something in.
I'm one of a kind.
Katrina, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Minecraft.
Oh.
I mean,
and
it's good.
Yeah,
Very popular.
It's awesome. I love playing it. When I first started playing it, I only really did creative mode because I was terrible. I'm still terrible at survival, but I'm working on it.
Dude,
So,
would you believe me if I ever said that I was too scared to play on easy mode because every time I see a monster, I would legit, like the first time I played, I saw like a spider just crawling on my house. I paused the game, removed it from my system, and didn't play it for like a little while after that.
Yeah, and now I see you on Switch playing every other day.
Yeah, when
Not really.
I mostly did also the peaceful mode, but I did creative, and then when you're in creative mode, the monsters won't attack you, so...
Well, I mean, yeah, you're like God at that point. You could just make stuff and like remove them.
So, one of the things that I made in creative mode was a Hogwarts castle.
Oh, nice, dude.
And I also made a Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh.
That's cool, dude. I want
Yeah,
to see that.
Curious from the building. Like when I was younger, before I really knew how to build much, one of my older brothers in town once, he stayed up all night because I had mentioned something about it offhandedly before. But he stayed up like late at night building me Isengard from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
that's
So
so
And-
the tower from Isengard.
Oh,
That's
That's,
awesome.
like,
And I
whole
also
thing?
did a...
Tower.
that's
Because I used to watch a lot of Power Rangers growing up,
Oh,
so
okay.
I created a Power Rangers training.
Facility?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Basically,
thought, I
like-
Megazord.
Aw.
no, basically a facility to train at to be a Power Ranger.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
That's
So-
awesome.
So I dyed the leather armor the correct colors, and I put them in the chest, and
Aw.
based on which Power Ranger you wanted to be, you each had a door that you could go through, and you had to overcome battling all
awesome.
these different mobs.
That's something I would do, dude. That's like a really good world building, literally.
So this could derail us a little bit. The guy who Jason David Frank died recently.
Oh,
Green Ranger.
rest in
Yeah,
peace.
I heard about that. Yeah.
I kind of feel bad not seeing him now. When I went to Comic-Con last, and he's been to almost every Comic-Con that I've
Oh,
been to.
dude.
Oh, I've never
And
gone.
and because I wasn't a big Power Rangers fan growing up, I was that he's a cool guy and all, but I have very limited money. I want to go see someone else. He was staying at the stand the last time I went to Comic-Con, and it's like a few months later is when announced he committed suicide in the hotel room.
Oh my god.
Was anybody in his line?
There were a lot of people. That's Jason David. I kind of felt bad going to that Comic-Con because you have people like Jason David Frank had a long line. What's his name? He played Malcolm Merlin in Arrow. He was from Torchwood. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name.
Try looking it up, dude.
John Barrowman.
Oh.
Oh.
John Barrowman had a long line. He's the one I really wanted to see, but I didn't spend my money on an Ichigo print beforehand. I was like, I didn't know John Barrowman was gonna be here. But,
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched Arrow.
It's a good show. All the DC shows are.
Hmm.
But all those actors have big lines, and you see the dude who played what's his name in Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel's little
Oh.
friend, and he didn't have a line at all. He sat there looking depressed, and I felt bad for the
Yeah,
dude.
I don't blame him,
That's
bro.
sad,
He
dude.
did not deserve anything.
Excuse me. Actually, I don't count this argument right
Well, from that one film, I don't know what he's done,
Show.
but from the Marvel, I'm gonna be
now.
honest.
He's my favorite character in that show.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I kind of felt bad for him because he's like our age, and he was in such a big project, and we were sitting there talking to Daniel Logan, who played young Boba Fett for the longest. We met Daniel Logan a couple times. He knows my dad by name, so he knows
That's
us.
crazy.
He knows us. We sat there talking for a little while, and I look over and I see the dude from Miss Marvel, and he's sitting there with his handler next to him. There's no line to him. I was like, I feel bad for the guy.
Did they like not recognize him, or?
Oh no, they had like the banners up and that. Like they're the tables for the signing tables. Like he just didn't have anywhere near as many people around. I turned to my family friend Rob. I was like, I kind of feel bad for the kid.
Aww.
Well, he has his whole life ahead of him.
Yeah, and he got a big banger with Miss Marvel. I really liked Miss Marvel. But going there and seeing that and seeing Jason David Frank, I didn't realize that'd be the last time I'd ever see him. Because now I'm really starting to get into all the Power Rangers stuff, and he's the Power Ranger. I don't care what anyone says. He's
Yeah.
the Power Ranger.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's go and move on back to the game list.
Oh god.
Alex, what's your number 4? Or number 9, I guess, since we've got 10.
I technically only have 9, but I'll say 8.
Okay, number 8 then.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Never played. Heard it was good.
I haven't played any Luigi's Mansions.
Yeah.
This is the only one I played, so don't feel bad, man.
Oh.
Basically, it's just Luigi going to a hotel. You know, it seems normal, but then turns out it's like overrun by ghosts. Everyone gets kidnapped by King Boo, and Luigi is tasked with saving everybody from a haunted hotel.
That's the one where he uses the little vacuum gun, right?
Yeah, he has like a Gooigi, which is like it's a clone of Luigi just made out of goo. That's like in the vacuum pack.
I've seen memes on
Luigi's
that.
Mansion does a Nintendo explanation. Like I've heard those
Yeah.
are fun games. Like very fun ones to play.
Like, I'm not a Luigi's Mansion person much, but when I played it, like, just the graphics from seeing it on the Switch Lite, it blew me away, dude. Like, I'm probably one of the only ones who think that, but it's amazing. And, like, every floor you go up, it's just, like, designed based on the boss. So, you know, like, you have a security guard. It's, like, this weird little mall, and you battle him in a security office. It just gets, like, more and more unusual the higher up you go.
Yeah, I feel like that one does a lot of explanation. Like Mario and Luigi games are always like, those can be high on people's lists.
Yeah, that one's not really high for me, because, yeah, it was great at the time, but, I mean, once you beat the game, there's not really much to do after that. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. They didn't make anything on my list at all.
and that's fine. Everyone's got a different list,
Mario
man. I
and
don't
Luigi,
blame
they
you.
didn't make anything.
Nope, nothing from Nintendo did.
Yeah, I don't have that many Nintendo games because in Nintendo I didn't grow up with it. I'm picking more games that like I've either grown up with or that I've started like now. I do have a Nintendo game on my list, but it's not Mario.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Alex will pick up what it is because how much I've talked about it.
interesting.
But
I
okay.
mean, I have 2 Nintendo games on my list.
All right. So my number 9, Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh,
Star
That's a
Wars
good
Jedi
one.
Fallen Order, my favorite Star Wars game. Force
I have
Unleashed is not
actually
as good.
played that. Very good.
Oh, it is so good. I want to play Jedi Survivor so bad, but I don't have a Series X.
Oh,
It got delayed, but I want to play Jedi Survivor so bad. Fallen Order is so good. It's Dark Souls, but Star Wars and Uncharted. It's great.
yeah.
Exploration was great. It had a good story, connected with the cartoons very well, which is starting to happen a lot more in Star Wars media.
Touchy topic.
But
No, I honestly love the original Star Wars, but recently, it's 50-50. I won't be
I feel
honest.
like we have the Star Wars combo after we finish this, but I will say I love everything in Star Wars. I don't care.
Well,
I grew
it
up
was
I
10
grew
out
up
of
loving
10.
the original 6 because yes, it is original
Yes,
6.
yes, 100%.
Prequels and originals. And I enjoy the sequels for what they are. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I despise these. These are like less than
It's like
horrible
a
movies.
child of the beautiful creation that was Star Wars.
I like the sequel movies, and I think Clone Wars is still Star Wars at its best.
Oh yeah. Clone Wars is
love
up there.
Rebels. Rebels was amazing too.
Oh yes.
Bad Batch is good right now. Finally caught up on that.
Oh, I haven't. Don't spoil.
I'm not. Let's go to the Star Wars talk before I go on forever. What's your number 3?
All right, so again, I'm old-fashioned. I'm gonna have to go with Tetris.
Oh, dude, that's one of
Classic
mine.
Tetris or like any particular entry?
Classic. I don't like the new spangled.
You don't like 99?
No.
That's
dang.
fun. I definitely think it's not for everyone. And Tetris Effect Connected was okay.
I don't think I've played that one.
It's on Game Pass, but
Oh, no, I haven't.
it is on other platforms. I think it's from Game Pass because I play on Xbox, but it was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. It wasn't your standard Tetris, and I feel like it was worse off because of it.
Yeah, and I don't touch into the newer stuff, well, somewhat newer stuff. I like the originals.
Yeah, the original ones are good. All right, Katrina, what's your number 3?
Mario Kart.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of them. Which one?
Yeah, you need to be more particular.
The Wii version.
Wii Mario Kart,
Yeah,
that's
dude, that one's so
Ooh.
awesome.
Valid.
Uh-oh.
That's
Yep.
a fair one.
I was not really into the whole community of the Mario Kart. So
Nintendo-
when
Nintendo
well,
communities are
All
toxic,
right,
so-
all right.
well, most people would say that Rainbow Road was the most difficult.
Oh, I love that map.
Dude, it is.
Map. That was pretty much the only one I would play.
Oh,
So
it was
I
fun.
trained myself on Rainbow Road.
That's a good way to train on that,
Yeah.
though, dude.
I can't think of the Wii Rainbow Road. I think of the SNES one, which is a joke. That is not hard whatsoever.
Which is a
I'm thinking
yeah.
of the Nintendo one, with the Nintendo 3DS, I think.
Yeah.
That was
The
Mario
Wii
Kart 7, right?
version,
Yeah.
it was just this sort of it's a Rainbow Road, but everything else is just outer space.
Oh, that is the one
Yeah.
I'm talking about. That is
Yeah.
not a hard map. That's
I
not
like
a hard
that
map.
one.
That-
It's
that's
real
Mario
fun.
Kart 8. That's not a hard map. Not that I can think of. If it's the one, is it? Are you talking like straight, flat, like normal NASCAR track?
No.
Or are we talking like
The one that does
no,
the
the
loop.
one that has all the hills and
Is that the one with the
turns.
rainbow spiral?
yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, okay, no, that one's harder. I was thinking of the SNES one because I forget which one was Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road. Because Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road is the one with like the orange tiles and like the gliders and the rings in the air.
Nah. not a
Yeah,
big
the
fan
one
of
that has you going like up and down and in circles and
So Mario Kart Wii would be your number 3.
yeah.
I don't blame you for that though, because Mario Kart Wii is just, I don't know. I feel like it's one of the originals that I really enjoy.
Oh yeah.
I would always go because at the time they had it at the YMCA in
Yeah,
the
dude.
game room.
Oh.
Oh
So
my god, yes.
I would go to the YMCA game room
play Mario Kart.
to play Mario Kart.
Whee! Woohoo! Okay.
And I would always play as Princess Peach.
Those who couldn't see video, I was doing the YMCA thing, and Isaiah started laughing.
Oh yeah. Join in, bro.
YMCA.
YMCA.
I actually
Something
know
about the
the band who originally sang it.
Are you serious?
Really?
I mean,
do you guys know what the song's about? I'll probably have to cut this out. Do you guys know what the song's about?
I have no idea, but I used to go to a YMCA every day, right after school actually.
Oh,
you know, on the
nice,
train.
dude.
Actually, I'll write it out so I don't have to give myself more editing.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know the band, the Village
Whoa.
People?
Hold up, if you gotta write it down, how
I just
deep
found
is
out
that
the
rabbit
audio.
hole?
That's what the song's about.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is what it's about.
They should
Yeah,
call that song
mean-
The Spectrum.
I mean, it's pretty
Look at
obvious
Carter.
when you see their outfits
I mean,
for the
I'm just on
band.
top of like the lyrics too. Like a lot of people see that, not realizing that's what the song's about. We cannot say what it is out loud, but if you know, you know.
The only
Yeah.
Young
lyrics I
men.
know is YMCA. That's it.
Please don't sing. There's a song. Please don't.
Young
Oh,
men.
yeah. Say young men doesn't help the case. Either,
Oh
in that case.
yeah.
We're gonna have to cut this part out.
No,
You
no,
might.
no, that's,
No, well,
that,
no,
that's
we
the reason
haven't
I wrote.
gone.
That's the reason I wrote it out.
I
straight,
know.
so I didn't have to cut.
I
it.
actually did not know that.
Oh
that is
my
crazy.
god, that's insane.
When
dude.
did the official video drop?
I don't know. It's been like 20 years, right?
That's like as long as I've been alive, dude.
That's
All
crazy.
right, Alex, was it you who wristed yours off? Wristed? Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Risked it? What do you mean?
I was about to make a joke I shouldn't make on a family-friendly podcast, but was it you original or right after the last one, or was that Katrina?
It was me.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex, what's your next one?
Here's the
Okay.
lyric.
Continuing on the train of people on things that not many people would know, it's called Danganronpa.
Oh, I know that one.
Okay.
I started the first one and then it left Game Pass 2 days later. I'm like, well,
Okay. So,
Oh.
for those who don't know, it's simple, don't worry.
I'm learning here.
So the story is that you are a character who is labeled as the ultimate lucky student, who goes to a school that is prestigious, which has the best of the best. So, you know, like ultimate firefighter,
well,
ultimate
like,
cook.
if you're the best at what you do, you
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah, and you go to that school.
What do I do?
What happens is a few students, maybe like 15 or 16, depending on how many there are.
The ultimates for that year.
Yeah, they all wake up inside of an abandoned location, sometimes a school, sometimes
Imagine
an island.
Ultimate Gamer.
There actually is an ultimate gamer
There
in the
is.
Really?
second one.
They,
Yes.
they have Ultimate Gamer, like one of the first one that kills me.
Oh my
is
God.
Ultimate fan fiction writer.
Dude. Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh! As
No,
a
I'm joking.
person
Oh my
who
God.
who reads a lot of fan fiction, that would probably
That would be down your alley. You would
That
like
would-
her instantly.
So the concept, I'm probably taking Alex's thunder here, but the concept is that all these people woke up. The ultimate lucky person that you play as is it's chosen by random, so you know ultimate
Yeah.
lucky, you got it. But they're told that they're trapped in this school. I say quote unquote. I wouldn't know because I never finished the first game.
Well, yeah, it is a school because in the first one they're trapped in like the school that they're supposed to go to. So it's basically a murder mystery because every time someone dies, they go to a trial and they have to like discuss, you know, who might have done it in order to survive.
They're told by this little bear animatronic.
Oh yeah,
Monokuma.
the Kuma Kuma.
Monokuma, my
Yeah,
dude.
Monokuma. That's
And-
what it
and-
was.
And they're told they either live there forever Or if they kill one of the other students and get away with it, they can leave.
I
Yeah.
watched the anime. I did not play the games.
I only played
I started the game.
V3, which is the one that released on the PlayStation first before they had 1 through 3 and like this, I don't know, little spin-off
1
on
to
the
3
Switch.
just released on Xbox. I started 1, then 2 days later left Game Pass, so I couldn't finish it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
This game would have probably ranked higher for me, but I don't know why. It's another one of those that it was like really good at the time. That was the reason why I wanted to get a PlayStation 4 because, you know, I got into the series in middle school and I was just like, I want to play this. So,
I was surprised yesterday you were saying that people wouldn't know those. I figured this one like more people would know than.
like,
Blank slate.
I mean, I guess I don't know until I say it out loud, and then I just hear other people in the back being like, "I heard this."
It's like especially getting into anime community when I did, when I think the thing
yeah.
like anime had come out not too long before. I was like, I knew of it.
Oh
I
god.
only put
Yeah, I only knew of the anime. I did not know it was an actual
it's
game.
based on a visual novel.
That's crazy.
I honestly don't like the animes. They're just, I don't know. I like the games a lot better because, you know, they have that specific flair they're supposed to, but then they condense it down in the anime.
I
And-
mean, that is kind of a mood with a lot of games that
Yeah.
have you as the player as the main character.
Yeah.
Because if your character sprite doesn't have an designated like if you don't have an actual character sprite,
Right.
then it just becomes the anime characters talking to the screen.
Yeah.
I actually have a question on that. Actually,
What's up?
You said they were this ultimate lucky
Student, yeah.
student, yeah. When you spawn in on the game, do you have like certain skills? Is it random every time?
You don't actually have skills. It's more like one of those visual novels.
Yeah, like
kind of
your
deals.
character's established. You know what he looks like, but
Yeah.
you're just playing in the role of this character, and you basically go through the story. Visual novels are more like reading and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
there's like actions you can do.
Well, mine is in the trial where there's, you know, stuff like nonstop debates where, you know, you have to figure out like who's lying in their statement.
Objection.
It's like
I was gonna say
it's
that
like-
earlier.
it's like Phoenix Wright, but if it was like a little bit more quicker. Like,
Got me lost there.
oh god,
Yeah.
you don't
I
know Phoenix Wright?
Ace Attorney. That's where objection comes from.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. Yeah, same concept, different name, all that junk.
Okay, I'll go through my next one.
Okay.
COD 4, the original Modern Warfare.
God of War.
No, COD 4.
Oh,
the original
okay.
Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty 4. Which
So
one was that?
That's my favorite Call of Duty. So it's first Modern Warfare.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one where you're in like Africa or something?
No.
No,
Dude.
I'm lost, bro.
That's a game
Call
I
of Duty
would.
4, the first Modern Warfare. Yeah, what kind of name is Soap, eh?
Oh, yes, you got me. All right.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a game I would very rarely play. Like when I was just in that certain kind of mood.
Yeah, that's my favorite Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Black Ops is good, but Modern Warfare games are my
Yeah,
I don't really play a whole lot of first-person shooter games.
Me
like
neither.
that.
I wanted
Can't
them
even do
both up
Splatoon.
there, but they're kind of the same type of concept, so
Uh-huh.
you know, can't really put two and two of the same thing.
Let's start and go through more of these. What's your number 2, Isaiah?
Boy, I'm gonna have to say Halo, just the series overall.
If you did pick like one in particular out of the series,
Halo 1, that was a fun one.
that's a good one.
Did not play the ODST ones. Too dark
ODST
for
was
me.
So good.
I hear it's amazing, but it's too dark for me.
ODST is like my second favorite.
Oh,
My first favorite's on my list, but
Ooh.
ODST is my second favorite. Is anyone hearing me through the mic now?
no. I don't hear it.
I can try talking again.
Hello.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
When
you
you're
gotta be
closer to the microphone, yes, I can hear you.
Can you change the sensitivity at all?
I don't think so. I think everyone's gonna hear me now. Let's just move along and hope it doesn't cut out again.
Imagine if they didn't hear you the entire time. They just heard
It's like
your
you're
sniff.
talking to a ghost or something. Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm sure
Oh.
I'll be heard through someone else's mic, but
I thought that there was someone
Probably.
knocking on the door.
Oh,
I was
no,
like, oh
I
god.
got a soap in my pocket.
knock, but didn't say
Open
it.
up!
Didn't say it. FBI, open up. All right, Katrina, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Genshin.
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
I
Right
can
past that.
understand.
Hey.
Right
No,
past.
no,
Right
I'm not-
past.
Isaiah and I
I'm
are
not
one
talking
mind.
smack.
Oh,
I
yes.
understand.
You're a
No,
hive
you
mind.
aren't. They are.
I mean,
The hive
listen,
mind.
Listen, to be fair,
I'm not a hive mind. I'm in it for like the actual visual.
The
Like
plot.
to be fair,
no, I spend most of my time cooking. I spend most
Okay.
of my time cooking.
Interesting.
Genshin
What are you?
Impact
This is a joke.
Cooking.
I can make him not
is
gonna.
like a hit or miss for people, okay? I can understand that. Some people really
I'm trying
enjoy
to
it,
perfect
others
my
don't.
recipes, okay?
Interesting.
Everyone plays it for a different reason. I love the smaller things in games, like the smaller features you could do. That I can understand.
You know, I can only imagine what y'all are talking about because I have not seen an ad or anything of this. I only know that I
I'm
must
surprised
Anytime I
you
get
dislike.
an ad, I
haven't.
skip it.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what they're talking about, and I do not care to ask.
Genshin fans be. Alex, your number, what is it now? 8?
Let
Eight?
me see.
7,
7.
Actually, 5.
5.
I'm sorry.
You had less, yeah.
I'm sorry. My list is weird because I add some, take some out because I'm like, am I gonna understand this? No, but.
I feel like we should also struggle a little bit faster. Like,
Okay.
like basically say, what made the game important and all that. And if we can get through it fast enough, we'll cover one more topic before we close it.
Ooh.
All right, 5 is gonna be obvious. Undertale.
Ah.
Same reasons I stated earlier. It's really good.
You know what? Just to get mine out of the way, my number 6 is Undertale.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a very important indie RPG. I feel like they kind of like made the indie scene when I'm in between FNAF 4 and Sister Location.
Yeah.
Kind of blew right through it. Then I feel like it was a big way to lead indie games into what they are now. And,
Yeah,
and now
absolutely.
we're all still waiting for Deltarune Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I've played chapter 1 and half of 2.
Oh,
Day
dude.
outside, birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like these, kids like you should listen to our podcast.
On God.
I must tab out of here.
All right,
Queen.
I'll go and move on to my number 7 then, and I can skip my number 6. My number 7 is Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Ooh. I've seen the new gameplay of the newer one. I don't remember. Village. That's the one I saw.
I haven't played 7 or Village.
Though I'm not a big horror game guy.
Oh, I
'cause
love horror games.
I am the easiest person to scare.
My number 3 is a horror game as well. But yep, Resident Evil 2 Remake was great. I haven't played the original Resident Evil 2 or 3 because those were PlayStation GameCube games. But played Resident Evil 1, loved it. 4, 6, loved it. Well, not 6, but 2 Remake was probably my favorite Resident Evil that I played so far, and I'm hoping to get through more of this.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
Isaiah. Actually, let me go through the rest of mine.
Yeah, I only have one left.
Yeah,
And
because
then we start
we're
number
both
ones.
on our number
we'll go through
one,
number ones,
so
right? Alex, I'm
you
gonna-
guys go through until
Oh,
you
shoot.
get to your number one.
What's your next one?
Oh God. Okay. Number 4 for me would be one of the Dragon Quest games.
Oh.
Okay. Specifically, Dragon Quest Heroes. Now, I know it's made by a company that did the Dynasty Warrior games, but I picked this specifically because, it crosses over multiple characters from their different perspective Dragon Quest games, right? And put them all into one. I enjoyed it because, even though it's a spin-off, I think they did the best job at still keeping accuracy of who the characters are, their designs, and even going down to the monsters. It didn't feel like a completely different universe to me.
All right.
Yeah.
So for next one, we already did my number 6, Undertale. My number 5 is Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
There's my Nintendo game for the list. Is Breath of the Wild.
Oh, that's the
Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
Let's
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
Breath of the
dude.
Wild. When I bought my Switch, I bought 2 games: Smash Ultimate and Breath of the Wild. And I finished Breath of the Wild a couple weeks ago. One of my favorite open world games of all time. Love Breath of the Wild. Now I'm a Zelda fan now.
How
This is
many,
Sonic phase all over
I mean,
again.
the graphics
How
are
many
really good for
hours
that,
do you
so
have
I don't
on
blame
there?
you.
I haven't checked particularly. I did some of the side quests, and then I really tried to get to the main story,
Okay.
pretty quickly. But I love Breath of the Wild. That's definitely made me fall in love with the Zelda franchise, and we'll be starting Link's Awakening here soon.
Okay, so my number 4.
I think you and I are on the same numbers now, because my next is my number 4 as well.
Yeah, number 3 for me is actually Deltarune.
That's a fair one. Probably the same reasons for Undertale.
Yeah,
A
well,
bit of revolutionary indie RPG, and it's still
Yeah.
slowly coming out.
slightly different reasons though. You know how it took a little bit a while for Chapter 2 to come out, right?
Yeah.
In Chapter 2, you can see Toby Fox gain experience with all of the stuff that he did in it. For those who have seen it, you can tell that he's definitely improved.
Yeah, you even just jump from Undertale Delta and you can see like his improvement. Like in Undertale, the battle screens are this little heart in a box, attacking animations. In Deltarune, it's straight up your team like versus team.
Yeah,
RPG combat.
yeah.
It still has like that heart box element.
Yeah,
It
it's
does.
still in there, but it's applied more to the HUD. And it's like you can definitely, it's a quality of life improvement.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, my number 4, Spider-Man.
Which one?
Spider-Man PS4.
Oh,
Finished that recently too. It's the only superhero game I played that's beat the Arkham games for me.
oh.
Spider-Man PS4, amazing superhero game. I want to play the DLC. I'm starting Miles Morales as well, but Spider-Man PS4, amazing open world superhero game. Even though I had every spoiler, kind of like how I had it for Spider-Man No Way Home, the movie, knew every single spoiler, still cried like a baby at all the sad parts.
Aww.
Both times crying at Aunt May dying.
That's how you know a
Spoilers.
game is still really
Oh,
good, though,
bro,
is if you
should
cry
have
every
said
time.
spoilers beforehand.
Oh, I haven't played it.
Me? No.
Moving on! Alex, number 3.
Sorry.
I wasn't gonna play it anyway.
I'm actually at 2. Okay, so number 2 for me is a game called Bug Snacks.
Bug snacks.
Yes, it sounds weird.
Sounds kind of
Yeah,
hot.
I think Gage knows what I'm talking about.
You talked about this a lot, and I don't know why you talk about this a
So
lot.
is it like
It's not
cooking
bad,
bugs?
Jesus. It's
is
like
it
a
the
little.
cooking sim?
It's kind of like Pokemon in a way, where it's like, you know, you're a journalist who goes to an island that's called Bug Isle, I think. An island where it's inhabited by these creatures called bug snacks. Half bug, half snack.
Snack.
For example,
Define.
okay, let me give an example.
Step bug, no.
There is a spider.
Oh no, I'm crunchy.
There's a creature called a fritter, which is basically a thing of French fries that's made to move like a spider.
Oh, so Cloudy the Chance meatballs in a game.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Interesting.
Most of the second one with their food animals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's wow. Interesting.
It's like the reason why this was number 2 is because I loved like catching the bugs, but then you also get like these characters that look like Muppets from like Sesame Street, but they have real world problems. Like it gives you a reason to care about the characters.
Ah.
Like, you know, they have real world problems that some people might resonate with, and they're just like, oh my god, I feel what this character's feeling. Like, I don't know, I just resonate with a couple of characters from it, and that's why I was like,
What characters do you resonate with?
there's this one character in particular who I think her name is Wiggle. It's a weird name,
Wiggle.
but it's like she's a musician who went to the island solely to gain her muse, you know, her inspiration of music. She had this one hit single that like only became a hit just because, you know, she made a hit from unusual circumstances. So she kept trying all these different ways to get a muse, wasn't able to. That's how I kind of was when I was starting out in like art, because I, you know, tried to find a specific muse or, you know, found inspiration from other people, but then I eventually tried to come up with my own style because I'm, you know, that's my number 2.
That brings up a new question though.
What's up?
You said this person was Wiggle.
Yes.
They French fry person, whatever. Monster.
Yep.
It's
They are.
salty in here.
Okay, so what were they?
See, the way that happens is like you feed one of these characters a bug snack. I'll use the fry as an example. You can have a choice to turn that character's arm into a French fry or like a leg or something until eventually you give them so many of these snacks that their entire body just is like made out of food.
So they become a meal.
Basically, yes.
They evolve. All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and get through my next 2. That we all be at 1. My number 3 is Dead Space 1.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I figured Alex wouldn't know, but Dead Space is my favorite horror game. I'm playing through the first one again right now, so I'm actually playing this game right now again. But it's one of my favorite horror games, heavily inspired by Resident Evil 4 in terms of gameplay and style. I enjoy Dead Space more than Resident Evil, at least the first 2 games. We pretend 3 doesn't exist.
Why?
Because 3 isn't good.
Oh, I did not know.
Duly noted. Okay.
Okay, my number 2 is it's probably an easy one to say is Skyrim.
Oh,
That
yes,
was
I'm
close
with
by
you
to
there.
Skyrim. My favorite open world game. I still play it all the time, and it's probably a big reason why I love open world games, just because it's a very good game. It has infinite replayability. There's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much you can do in it. I just
100%.
have fun each time. So we're down to our number ones, guys. Isaiah, why don't you finish out your list?
I don't know. I think mine is a bit of a letdown compared to all those massive cannons I love.
You never know. Just tell us.
I think on low. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get it over with. Destiny 2.
I've never played that
Hear me
one,
out.
so
I've never been.
I've
I've
heard
never
of
been
it,
Blue
but
Bull
I
in my
haven't
life.
played
The
it.
new season, I completely hate.
okay.
Don't get me wrong. I dislike it.
You like the
However,
originals.
When it started off, there was this campaign called the Red War campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You go up against these bulldog-faced aliens, fight for your area, survive. You're blessed with this light
Right.
from this traveler.
Okay.
It gives you magical abilities, handgun from fire, an explosive bomb made from void energy, if you're a warlock, whatever. But it just has good playability. It does get old very fast, though. That's why I'm taking a break.
It's always good to take breaks,
Yeah.
I never felt more teased in my entire life.
Yeah,
When
I
you-
know.
When you dropped all those bombshells
all
on
these
me, and
massive
then said Destiny
bombshells.
2 is your number one.
Well,
Dude,
it's,
listen.
it's not my number one because I started off my number one, but
Oh, so your list was in
it's still
reverse.
top 5. Yeah, it's
Okay,
still
so
top
say
5.
number one. What was your number one again then?
On my list.
Okay, could you makes me feel better that you.
I think it was
started from
Tetris. Tetris
No.
or no, it was
No.
Galaga.
No.
one.
Galaga.
Galaga.
Some was before Galaga.
It was before Galaga.
It was before Galaga.
It was Black Ops 2.
Black, yes, that's what
Okay,
it was.
that makes you feel so much better.
Yeah, trust me, there's no way Destiny would ever beat Black Ops 2.
All right, Katrina, what's your number one?
My number one is gonna be stereotypical Pokemon.
Oh,
That's
no,
not
no,
stereotypical.
that's pretty good.
Any in particular?
Well,
Because if we were to pick favorite
consider
Pokemon,
this. I've pretty much bought every single game that's been released from Sun and Moon and forward. So
let's say if you were to pick like one set, because like personally my favorite Pokemon game that I've played, which isn't saying much, I've barely played any, but my favorite is Fire Red.
I don't know.
It's fine, we can't pick one. Like they're all the same anyway.
I mean, no.
No, but thanks for playing, Alex.
Oh my god. Okay.
That is, never say that again to a Pokemon player.
Oh my god.
It doesn't matter because no starter will ever beat Squirtle.
Okay.
And like I said in the previous episode, those are fighting words.
Don't make a Pokemon player mad, dude.
Charmander.
Ninja Squirtles, teenage
Okay.
Ninja Squirtles.
Okay. Coming up at my number one is actually a tie.
Oh,
And these are two games that I played since I got on the Switch. A combination of Animal Crossing and Mega Man 11. Now, I know one of these two is probably going to be weird to you guys. So just hear me out for a second.
The silence
get
is
both.
loud.
You talked about Animal Crossing and Mega Man at great length.
those, they're not the same in my book.
I mean,
One's a masterpiece, the other is a child's dream.
listen,
I'd say. I'm trying not to.
You're
accept
talk-
this.
Isaiah.
Yes.
You're talking to a 20-year-old woman who has the mind of a child. Thus, I play Animal Crossing because it's an escape from adult life.
All right. Try and capture me in this. Why do you have those two on par? I'm
Because
curious.
they make up two different parts of me. Okay? Animal Crossing is a relaxing game that I've played since I was in 3rd grade. Because it had that element of no particular objective. You could do whatever you wanted, look however you wanted. So when New Horizons for Animal Crossing is the sole reason why I got the Switch in the first place, because I enjoyed the first one.
Okay.
The graphics are amazing, the customization's good. You can customize an island of however you want, however different kind of approach you want. A lot of creative freedom for any art fans out there, people who just want it simple. You could just not do anything with it.
Gotcha.
I got the Switch because of Pokemon.
I understand, but that's okay. So,
it made you feel like a child again.
well, yeah, because, I'm in this world of being an adult. There have been times where I just want to, not adult that day. So I go on to
Yeah.
Animal Crossing and just, let loose and not worry about anything. Not worry about work or school or college or anything.
Now I have one more question.
Okay.
How does that beat Undertale and or Deltarune on your list?
Because I technically played that one first, not the Deltarune and Undertale.
Ah, gotcha. I see.
Now,
I love how 2 wars going
So
on.
it has your loyalty.
No, I'm
Yes.
just actually trying to understand this because,
But, like,
you know,
I
it's
mean,
an interesting point of view.
same. That's how Pokemon. That's why
Yeah.
Pokemon is my first. Is because I've been so loyal to the franchise.
yeah.
So
Yes, I have mentioned that it is a tie with Mega Man 11, and I know, again, I talk about it a lot, but it's still a good game. That game introduced me to the franchise. It is, despite what people say, a good game to start on because all the other ones are difficult, dude.
It's kind of the same thing I said with Sonic Generations. Like,
Yeah.
it's what got me into the franchise, even though it may not be like the technical best. Like, if I was going off technical best, I probably would have said Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Ooh.
Like-
But it is that loyalty. It's what got me into
Yeah.
it, and it is a decent starting point because it's basically a look back. Hey, this is what has
Yeah.
happened. Here's what to look forward to, and then we got Sonic Forces.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure my first Pokemon game that I played was one of the Red or Blue on the Game Boy.
like,
So
what makes this one special, I feel like, is because there's a legacy collection of like all the other old games you can play, right? But what's up?
Is there more than one Animal Crossing? Because you said you mentioned.
Oh,
it
yes.
was like 3rd grade.
On the 3DS, there's one called New Leaf. So yes, there are more than one for like probably one
There's
per
at least
console.
one Animal Crossing per Nintendo generation.
Ah,
Yeah.
see, because I've only known about the newer one on the Switch.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
And
Horizons.
that, I'm not interested in. I'm gonna be honest.
I got it. I
That's okay.
asked for it for Christmas. Played about 30 minutes. Haven't played it since.
Ah. Well, I can see where
Not
she's
because of
coming
lack
from,
of
though.
interest. Just I haven't sat down to play it more.
If it makes you feel comfortable, yeah, I'd play it too.
Yeah, I don't care if anyone makes fun of for liking games. Like I got made fun of for liking Sonic as long as I did. It's like
Dude.
I can't tell you the amount of times in anticipation to go see Sonic 2 in theaters, I got called a furry.
Bruh, that's stupid.
I would
I'm
not
sorry,
watch it
but-
in the movies. However, what I do with movies I want
Okay,
to watch.
I went to go see them in theaters and I loved it.
No, with movies I want to watch, but like I kind of don't have high hopes for. I'll wait and then I'll watch it on some
I'll still go to make
off-brand
it. I'll
site,
still go
you
to make
know?
an experience. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whether it turns out good or bad, I'm saving on to all the cash I have to go see Ant-Man 3.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that the new one?
Yep.
The Quantumania? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch
I want to
that.
go see it so bad.
I
I'm
really
hanging
do.
on to my money.
It seems like a good
just
movie.
spend $30 at IHOP and you'll get a ticket.
Oh,
I only have $20 to spend on an actual ticket, so I'll pass.
all
right.
Ooh.
My final game of the podcast before we wrap this up. My number one game is Halo 3.
Oh, let's
Halo
go.
3. I love the Halo franchise, but to me, no other game will be Halo 3. This is even the case of like first one I played. The first one I played was 4, but 3 is objectively the best.
Oh, I played them right when they came out.
I didn't have that chance. I got into it like right before Halo 5 came out. I played through all the original games then.
Oh.
I thought Halo 5 was okay. It's not as bad as Infinite was.
No, Infinite wasn't terrible for me. However, it was an experience. It's definitely not like
It was an experience, all right.
Yeah, it was not like any of the previous.
What annoyed me
games.
most is that I enjoyed the story, but instead of ending off the trilogy that 343 was doing, like instead of ending off the original trilogy, I felt they were just starting another trilogy.
Yeah, the beta was horrible.
Oh yeah, the
Horrible.
I just went through the multiplayer to do some of that stuff, and it's still not good.
Ah,
But in terms of the story, like
gotcha.
I enjoyed it for what it was, but I was wanting an ending that came off of Halo 5.
Yeah.
It was so unsatisfying because I'm gonna give straight up spoilers for Halo Infinite. Here's your spoiler warning for Halo Infinite. All the deaths are off screen.
All the what?
All the deaths are off screen. It's like, oh, Cortana, she's dead. Locke, he might be dead.
Yeah.
Arbiter, he might be dead. He's talking about it. He
oh,
might
yeah,
be dead.
Yeah, in
He's
the
talking about
boss
he
you
might be
fight, supposedly he's been dead. For it sets you up at the beginning. This dude beats the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Just wails on
Yeah,
you.
random Halo
Oh my
Wars
God.
2 tie-in.
Yeah.
It's like, let's not worry about the Covenant or the Guardians or Prometheans from like Halo 5 and all that stuff. No,
Nah.
let's take the Banished from Halo Wars 2, make that your enemy, and not mention anything that happened in the past 2 games.
Oh,
We're not gonna
God.
talk about how everybody else is stuck in little orbs in space.
Little orbs in space.
Oh yeah, and the crappy cliffhanger ending.
Yeah.
That's like Doctor Strange. It's like the Clea after credit scene from Doctor Strange 2. It's like that kind of crappy
Yeah.
after credit scene.
Yeah. They had
It's
so
like,
much
let's
potential.
ride off into the sunset while there's millions of dead people behind.
Oh, gotta cut that.
Dude, not only did you just punch one of the monitors in the room on accident,
letting
you
you
just
know
let
you're
out an
gonna have to cut
S-bomb.
That's the second censor I'll have to do, but they do all that, like, let's ride off to the sunset as all these dead people were behind us, and let's not mention any of the other iconic characters of the past few games. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we brought back Arbiter, who's last seen Halo 3. He was in there for Halo 5 for a little bit. Let's not see him.
He tries to kill you.
Let's directly mention him in background audio, but let's not
Yeah.
let's not show him. Let's not mention Spartan Locke, which to some people might be a good thing. But I wanted that story to continue. Oh, you know the whole team of Spartans you were with in both sides of Halo 5's
Yeah.
campaign? They're gone too.
Yeah, it's just they could have done so much better. They
Don't-
had the time to
Don't
do
get me
it.
wrong. I'm not saying that all had to be there. I enjoyed the story for what it was.
Yeah.
And a lot of people complain about the 343 Halo games. The original trilogy never did anything to like change Master Chief as a character.
Yeah,
He was. I'm probably gonna censor this too, but I don't care. He was badass, super soldier. That was it.
he was the goat, the go-to.
But then 4, they talk about, I'm letting go of the past, and like the Cortana's whole line of, by the end of this, tell me which one of us will be the machine. And that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite lines from Halo, because it's like you
Amazing.
don't think about it.
It hits you like just a cannon to the gut.
And then you have Halo 5 with him, his team versus Locke, and it's like, Locke, by the book, we need to come back, to the core and all that. And he's just done with it. He's straight up like, I need to go, get this person I cared about. And then the scene at the end where it's like, you'll be staying here till you're safe. Goodbye, John. It's like, I liked all of that.
Yeah, it really captures you.
And then you don't get payoff. You skip the payoff and go to the aftermath with Weapon and Halo Infinite. It angers me. It just frustrates me to no end. I love Halo Infinite, and I also hate Halo Infinite. Like, it's the most complicated game in this series. I like Halo 5. I like Halo 2. Those are in my rank of Halo games, 5 and 2 are just above Infinite, because Infinite's my least favorite. With then 2, surprisingly, and then 5.
I'd say 1, 3, 2, 4, 5.
If I had to rank them, I'd probably say 3 ODST Reach.
I completely forgot about Reach. That's number 1.
Reach is amazing
Number
too.
1.
But I'm 3 ODST Reach, 5 2 Infinite. But the Infinite frustrates me to no end because it's a good story, but it isn't. It's almost like the Last Jedi of the Halo games, where it just disconnects itself from everything and gives you no payoff from what had happened previously. But so, Halo 3 top game. I think we've hit up enough time since this is already over double the length. Maybe not so much, but we're almost double the length of last time. So this has been the first proper episode of Achievement Unlocked. Thank you, Alex, Isiah, and Katrina for joining me.
You're welcome.
This has been your host, Gage Baker, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Ciao.